This is a blog post about Netflix. Netflix and Amazon, particularly Netflix, has been in the news a lot lately, namely because the company decided a few weeks ago to raise prices by about 60%. And here's what they did. They've had this package you probably are familiar with because it's a very popular package where it combines Netflix's streaming service, stuff that you can watch just over the internet, over the computer on your television, and that traditional DVD rental portion of the business, which was one DVD through the mail at any one given time. Bundled together, that package has been $10, and that is the one that families all over the country. That's the number one subscription package from Netflix. More people use that than anything else. So people were getting this and were pretty pleased with it. And what Netflix decided to do was to separate the DVD part of their business and the streaming part of their business. So instead of a bundle, you got to pay for them separately, theoretically, both costing $8. They did package that together, but instead of $10, subscribers are going to have to pay $16 for the DVD rental and the streaming service. So what happened? Well, some say that as many as 22 million Netflix subscribers dropped the service. 22 million. That's a significant amount of customers for anyone, even for a company that saw 70% growth from last year to this year. And people are really starting to understand that the value in streaming movies and television shows. More and more people now have their televisions hooked up to the internet in some way. And I want to show you this this graphic here. No, that wasn't the graphic. This is the graphic. All right, this shows the customer base, and this is going from the 1st of July. I'm sorry, the 1st of June. And what you're looking at is here around 40 million subscribers, and then here at about June 14th for Netflix, it started to drop off. And look what happens when Netflix makes the announcement. And look, there it is. Follow that cursor. This is what happens when you announce that you're going to raise prices without adding any value. Your subscriber base is going to plummet, and that's exactly what happened. And that's part of the reason that subscribers are unhappy, is because Netflix decided to raise prices but didn't add any value. In fact, they've lost value as far as the customer is concerned, because NBC has dropped its new programming from the streaming service and says basically, Netflix, you can't show any NBC show unless it's at least a year old. And so what's happened with many of the Netflix subscribers, they wanted to watch, let's say, The Office that they might have missed the day before or the night before, or didn't stay up to watch Saturday Night Live and decided to watch it the next morning. No, those days are gone as far as NBC is concerned with Netflix. And so that's the biggest problem that Netflix subscribers have had, was raising prices without adding any value. No more movies. And if you've ever watched, if you've ever looked at any of the programs that in the movies that Netflix offers, it's not very impressive. In fact, when I've looked at the movies, just on my own television, mostly these are movies that I've walked right past, in the stores or on the on pay-per-view in the first place. Movies that I've passed on, movies that I've already seen. Some of the movies that Netflix has been offering are the ones that you see in the Walmart discount bins for $5. And we watched Grown Ups not too long ago, and that was probably the best movie that we have seen on Netflix. All right, let's look to what happened, where some of these people were going, some of Netflix subscribers. And if you look, that DirecTV is the dark blue line right here. This is mostly pay-per-view, or subscribers, and users. But look, this is what I find interesting. Redbox. If you look at Redbox right about here when Netflix made the announcement, look what happens to Redbox users. It starts to go up. Most of us are probably familiar with Redbox because it's the $1 kiosk, the $1 movies. Most of those movies are a lot better, a lot newer at least, than Netflix. The selection is a little bit better. There's a limited number of the quantity, obviously, with Redbox.
But now with some of the apps, you can actually reserve a Redbox movie at the kiosk of your choice, and so Redbox is making it a lot easier. And of course, the value is great. It's $1 for a standard definition, $2 for a high definition movie, and we use Redbox quite a lot. Also, I found this interesting. Blockbuster's been, you're probably wondering, is Blockbuster still in business? Well, yeah, it is, and starting to see more of these Blockbuster kiosks. But when Netflix dropped off, you can see Blockbuster actually went up a little bit. And Blockbuster also has the DVD through the mail service. What is not included in this on this graph is Amazon. Amazon, if you're probably, you may have shopped at Amazon. But one of the things with Amazon is if you subscribe to their streaming service, which is called Prime, Amazon Prime, it's $79 a year, and you get all of their streaming videos plus no shipping on anything you buy from Amazon. So you really get a package deal that way. They do have movies, they do have television shows, but the selection of TV shows, nothing close to what Netflix is offering. The movies are almost identical. You'll see some things in Amazon that you'll also see in Netflix, vice versa. None of them are that great. Amazon did, however, just announce that it's adding 2,000 CBS shows, archive shows, Andy Griffith shows, Star Trek, Cheers, and some of the older. Cheers wasn't CBS. I think it was NBC, wasn't it? Yeah, it was NBC. But some of those older shows, 2,000 CBS shows. Plus, they just announced a new agreement with NBC Universal to show movies from NBC Universal on Netflix. So you've got those 3, 4, 5 different competing. Basically, if you want really good new movies, pay-per-view is still your choice. $3.99, $4.99, some of them $5. You're going to pay a little bit more. Netflix still $16 a month for the streaming and the DVD. The selection not that good, a little bit better on the television shows. Amazon Prime, $79 a year. You get a little bit better selection. You don't get nearly as good a selection as Netflix on the television shows, even though they're adding some stuff. And then, of course, Redbox. If you don't mind going to the local drugstore or supermarket, renting a movie there, and probably standing in line, 2 or 3 people waiting, wondering if they're going to get the movie that you want to watch. And there's only 3 in the box. If you don't mind doing that and you use an app to reserve those movies, Redbox is a really good deal for $1. So take your pick. I don't know which is best. It probably just depends on what you want to watch, how much you want to spend. But that's kind of the rundown, 1st of August, and we'll see how this continues to shake out for these big companies, Netflix, Amazon, and now Redbox becoming a player along with Blockbuster. See you next time.